Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Seiko SARD011, a Japanese domestic model that is a Presage model with the Urushi lacquer dial in black with a retrograde date and day of the week complication, and on top of all that, a power reserve with a genuine alligator strap at only $1,240, which is pretty cool. So let's just jump right into the dimensions, shall we? We have a case diameter of 40.5 millimeters, a thickness of 13.2, and a lug-to-lug measurement of 47.8. So it's not a huge watch by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not a small one either, and it seems a little thick for a dressy piece like this. Now, it's got mostly high polish throughout the case with some pretty interesting beveling. It's got that nice signed Seiko crown and a slightly domed sapphire crystal with AR coating, anti-reflective coating, on the inside, not the outside, which is how I kind of prefer it. Now, you're going to notice a little inconsistency between what I'm talking about and the pictures I'm showing you, the video, because I lost the audio, I can't get it back, and so I'm kind of just doing a voiceover here. So bear with me best I can. I am going to let you know more about the watch as we go. Now, the highlight of this watch is this black Urushi lacquer artisanal dial. It's a handmade dial. And the lacquer is kind of similar to enamel finishing in that it has this capability for longevity. It's going to look that new and that deep and that shiny and that beautiful pretty much, I don't want to say forever, but for a very long period of time. It's legitimate artisanal craftsmanship. It's the black Urushi lacquers from the Japanese lacquer tree, and it's produced by a local master craftsman known as a Takinawaza, whose name is Tamura Ichifune, and I hope I'm not butchering these names, who is a resident of Kanazawa. So he does all this by hand by himself to bring out that kind of glossiness and finishing. And he can only do about 15 of these a day. So that, if you just think of it from the perspective of how labor intensive it is, this watch should start to cost some real money. And you got the nice Roman hour markers and all the little indices. They're painted on top in white, as well as all of the numerals for the retrograde date and the power reserve and the retrograde day of the week as well. So there's a lot of work, again, that went into the making of this dial. Now, I really couldn't get any information on the gold of the hands and the second hand and the minute and the hour hands. I mean, I assume that they're not real gold, but there is a gilt quality to this. It's black and gold. It's black, white, and gold, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's just flawless. Just getting that alone at this price point, the Japanese domestic market with Seiko is still where all the value really is. You have this beautiful dial, beautiful handmade artisanal dial, and then you have a day of the week. You have a day-date function, basically. But it's not just a normal day-date window. You have a retrograde day-date. And it goes through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it jumps back. It goes through 1 through 31, and it jumps back. I can't think of another watch producer, or even another watch, really, that has retrograde days of the week or retrograde dates at this price point. Then you got to throw in this artisanal dial. And then, did they skimp on the strap? No, they did not. This is a very nice, genuine alligator strap. It's got a calfskin lining. I think it's calfskin. And it's embossed with the word Seiko, which I can't really see there, but it is. And it's very supple, very high quality, and it has this embossed Seiko deployant clasp that is polished very nicely. It's just really nice. I mean, if you think they're going to cut a corner somewhere, especially Seiko with their straps sometimes, you think this is the spot they do it. They did not. I just can't believe the quality of a watch you can get for under $1,300. I mean, think about the labor intensiveness of the dial. Then think of the unique complications in this watch. And it's a beautiful case, little on the thick side. And yeah, okay, it's a 6R24 movement, which we know is really just the new 6R35, but with the complications added in, it's got a different name. And it's, what is that, plus 25, minus 15. But this thing's running at about plus 5 a day. It's running about plus 5 a day, so it will drift. It's not a cost certified watch. Somewhere you're not going to get something out of this, but remember, this is Seiko. It doesn't have a screw down crown, but it's still got 100 meters water resistance. And my experiences with Seiko, there's that beautiful crown. My experience with Seiko is, screw down crown or not, when they say it has 100 meters water resistance, it does. I don't know why in the world you'd ever go swimming with this watch, but if someone threw you into a pool, or if you made a mistake and someone ended up in some water, you wouldn't have to worry. Most watches that are this dressy and tend to have like 30 meters water resistance, they tend to be splash proof, maybe, if you're lucky. If you get tossed in a pool, if you fall off a boat, I don't know why you'd end up in some water, but if you did, with Seiko, you're okay. If you wanted to put this silly thing on a NATO and go swimming, I don't know, again, why anybody would, but you could do it. There's a ruggedness there. There's the Dia-Shock quality to it, too. So if this thing gets batted around, if you're wearing it while you're hitting some tennis balls, everything's going to be all right. There's something about that kind of value in terms of ruggedness and in terms of water resistance and everything else that Seiko brings to the table, that most dressy watches like this, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get this kind of ruggedness, these kind of complications, and an artisanal dial from anyone else anywhere near this price point. This is a truly, I'd say it's a truly unique watch, but there are other enamel and lacquer dials from Seiko if you don't love this one. Now, I'm not a real big fan of case backs, as you guys know. I do like that clasp. Like I said, I'm kind of winging it here a little bit. I'm not a big fan of exhibition case backs. This is an okay movement. There's nothing particularly pretty about it. But I get it with a dress watch. Like I have no problem with this. It's not my thing. I usually like the movement to be exceptional in order to have a case back, but there's nothing wrong with that at all. And again, it has a power reserve. Something I really haven't touched on that much. It has a 45-hour power reserve, and I think it has about 50 hours total. I'm not sure. But it's just a really high-quality piece. I don't want this video to be too long this time, so I think I'm going to cut it a little bit short. If you have any questions about the watch, and if you feel like I didn't cover something, let me know in the comment section. But I'm tired of making 20-minute videos when I'm not that well established, because why would anybody want to watch a 20-minute video by someone they don't know? Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I can't stress enough. Go out there and find yourself your Seiko. Go out there in the Japanese domestic market. Go on Nomon Watches. That's with a G, G-O-N-O-M-O-N. A couple others, Sakura. And look around, because there's still these Japanese domestic market models that you don't see in the United States. You got to buy them from somebody who's getting them from Japan. And they're still the best value prop around. As much as people complain about the rising cost of Seiko, sometimes they're still the best value prop around. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.